from Bowman Live. Check this out. A controversial Oakland County racist judge was forced to vacate her judgeship and retire after she was accused of making racist and homophobic comments. Guess what, y'all? She's not coming back to the bench. She's finished. Video is courtesy of WXYZ-TV in Detroit, Channel 7. Take a look at the 7 Investigation News team as they reported this.
Breaking news from the 7 investigators. A local judge accused of making racist and homophobic comments is vacating her position after being removed from her docket more than a year ago.
It's a story the 7 investigators first broke in September of 2024. 7 investigator Heather Catallo is here with what she has learned.
This has been a long process. You'll recall we revealed recordings of Judge Kathleen Ryan making some shocking statements. Judge Ryan has essentially been on paid leave for 15 months and once described herself in those recordings as untouchable. The Judicial Tenure Commission has been investigating this for more than a year, but they did not take action against her. Her lawyers confirming to me late today that she is retiring, and the vacancy for her position has already been posted by the governor's office for potential candidates to apply for an appointment to the bench.
I can honestly say that. Okay, I'm not systemically racist, I'm a new racist.
The 7 investigators were the first to reveal the recordings that Oakland County officials say prompted Judge Kathleen Ryan's removal from her docket in August of 2024.
Black. I'm so off at this Black Lives Matter and hashtag Me Too. All this. Oh my God, I'm like, you.
On Wednesday, a judicial vacancy was posted on the State Bar website saying the former Oakland County Chief Probate Pro Tem Judge was vacating her position on the bench.
The Honorable Kathleen A. Ryan presiding.
Good morning. You may be seated. And was a probate judge for 13 years until the Oakland County Probate Court Administrator filed a complaint against her, alleging Ryan had been harassing him, calling him after hours for years, and making racist and other inappropriate comments.
I've never met anybody that enjoys hurting people and brags about it the way she does, or intimidating people, scaring people.
Hutton says his complaint was not acted on for months, so he then sent the recordings of his calls with Judge Ryan to state and county officials.
I just want to make it right, and I want the people in Oakland County that come to court to get a fair shake, to have their day in court, to have an unbiased trier of facts.
If you're black from any other country, you're doing way better. If you're an American black person, then you're lazy piece of.
Judge Ryan has been paid for the last 15 months while she was out of the courthouse, and taxpayers have...
Let me just say this. Now, they paid her the entire time, quote unquote, she was away on an administrative leave. This pathetic judge, this racist, bigoted piece of garbage. That's what she is. I don't care if she is a judge. She got caught. She was forced to retire. She was forced to resign. And if it hadn't been for the evidence that had been recorded, she would have lied her behind off like she probably had been doing for the past 13 years. And this is what a lot of these people do who are in positions of authority. They abuse their authority maliciously and intentionally. They know what they're doing, and when they get caught, they want to say this is an isolated incident. It's not an isolated incident. Your colleagues knew how racist you were. Your colleagues knew how homophobic you were. Your colleagues knew that you were a piece of garbage who should have never been serving in that capacity to begin with. You can lure up all you want. You can tell all the lies that you want. The bottom line is you were forced to vacate, you were forced to retire, or you were going to be fired and lose your pathetic pension. So you don't deserve to be a judge. She never deserved to be a judge. Judges are not supposed to rule with partiality. You know, they're supposed to be impartial when they're sitting on the benches, irregardless of what the nature of the crime is. Everyone should be afforded to his or her, quote unquote, day in court. So that's one reason why I'm becoming a criminal justice advocate. It's one reason why I'm a law student, because I'm tired of what I've seen. I'm tired. I've been black all my life, so I don't want to hear no garbage and no crap about racism and bigotry and prejudice don't exist. I grew up under it. I saw it firsthand. I witnessed it in the city of Philadelphia, where I was born and raised and came from. And in Philadelphia, we have a different spin and a different take on these issues than most people do in other parts of the country, because we will fight for what we believe in, and we will fight for one another if you're right. But if you're wrong, we will diametrically oppose you, no matter what. That's the bottom line. This pathetic judge, this racist judge, this bigoted judge, you never deserve to be a judge. And there are many more just like her. Your behinds just haven't gotten caught yet, but you will get caught. You know why? Because you're stupid. You think because you wear that black robe that your power is autonomous. And eventually, what's in your heart will come out of your mouth. You can only hide the true sentiments and the true nature of your true character. You will be exposed. That's the bottom line. And on this channel, I'm not playing no games with nobody. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what your faith is, what your religion is. If you're right, you're right. If you're wrong, you're wrong. I'm going to have to say something about it. I'll stand for what is right, but I'm going to be opposed to what is wrong. Bottom line, there's no favorites over here. I don't care if you're Democrat, MAGA, Republican. As I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, the Democrats are just as rotten as the Republicans. And the Republicans are just as rotten as the Democrats. They all lie, all the time. And everyday people from everyday walk of life cannot get a fair trial in court. They ignored, they overlooked, judges take bribes, judges fix cases. District attorneys and prosecutors take bribes and fix cases too. Someone says, well, Tyrone, that's not all of them. Well, I'm talking about this group right here. This is the group I'm talking about right now. In another video, I will applaud the judges and the prosecutors and the defense attorneys who are doing the right thing. And you've got some defense attorneys who are supposed to be representing their client, and you're too busy stabbing your client in the back, making backroom deals with a corrupt prosecutor for the purposes of advancing your career, and then you have a nerve to want $10,000 up front. Are you serious? That seems to be the going norm, $10,000 per case, $15,000. And they want it up front because they automatically know they're going to sell your son or your daughter out. That's why I called them public pretenders. They don't tell me anything about the judicial system. Don't tell me anything about the prisons, because I served 10 years in 4 different state penitentiaries after being falsely accused and set up and ridiculed and railroaded. And you damn right I got a chip on my shoulder. And I'm coming for blood as a defense attorney. I'm not playing. Wherever I see and hear corruption, I'm going to expose it. Bottom line. Along with the person or persons that are behind it. People need real advocates to speak up for them. They need real advocates who won't betray them, won't sell them out. And you pathetic defense attorneys who are out here selling out your clients, and you know you're selling them out all because you want a hefty payday, your day is coming too. You're going to be exposed as well. Whether a client has the money to pay or not, if you're going to represent them the right way. But today, it's her day to be exposed. Back to the video.
Bill for visiting judges to handle her docket. Now her lawyers say she is retiring and leaving the bench. Judicial Tenure Commission investigations are not public unless they reach the point of the JTC filing formal charges. Again, that did not happen in this case, so the results of that will not be made public. Now, meanwhile, I did speak with one of Judge Ryan's colleagues, Judge Daniel A. O'Brien. He said Judge Ryan was a good judge, and he expressed frustration that the court was left with visiting judges for so long while the JTC investigated, saying that really left a lot of cases not having continuity. So at least there's some resolution. She's retiring.
At least.
Of course, her colleague is going to say she was a good judge. What else would he say? He's not going to say anything against her. Who cares if you had visiting judges to fill her spot? She should have never been a judge to begin with. That's right, I said it. There's too much corruption going on. The rich, the powerful, and the celebrities, they get all the favoritism by law enforcement. O.J. Simpson was protected for years by the LAPD because he was rich, he was powerful, and he was famous. Yes, I said it. O.J. Simpson was protected for over 20 plus years by the LAPD. They knew he was abusing Nicole. They knew he was a batterer, but his smile, his celebrity, his money, his bribing people always got him off. The cops looked the other way, and her and Goldman, they were murdered for no justifiable reasons whatsoever. They didn't deserve to die like that. And because O.J. Simpson had a ton of money, he was able to hire the best attorneys on the planet. And to this day, they still haven't found the individual or individuals who were responsible. How could they? So I don't want to hear about there's not favoritism in the court of law. Yes, there is. It goes on every single day. Favoritism, favoritism, favoritism. For the rich, the powerful, and the privileged. While everyday men and women get railroaded, trashed. They get mega sentences for minor things that occur. When the sons and daughters of the rich and powerful, they bribe the judge, they bribe the district attorney, and they do some heinous, terrible things and look the other way. Never surrender. Never quit.